Bonnie with KIDS 5 News now. 2 people have been rescued while several others are still missing after a major bridge collapsed in Baltimore, Maryland. A cargo ship hit the Francis Scott Key Bridge around 2 a.m., causing it to collapse. Multiple vehicles were reportedly on the bridge at the time, including a tractor trailer, and construction workers were also on the bridge doing work. One man told CNN he woke up to the noise.
We were awakened with what appeared to be an earthquake and a long rolling sound of thunder. I decided to drive up because I'm the old dog chasing the fire truck, and came up here, and what was in progress was a multi-jurisdictional response to a disaster, basically.
The Baltimore Police Chief says there's absolutely no indication that there's any terrorism in this incident. Dive and rescue teams are searching for at least 7 people. The Francis Scott Key Bridge opened in 1977 and crosses Baltimore's outer harbor. In San Antonio, police are now searching for a driver. They say he's responsible for this mess. Apparently, he hit a curb and a ramp to a business, then rolled the truck on South Zarzamora around midnight, then ran from the scene. No other vehicles were involved. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released a new image of what Lena Serdar-Keel would look like today. And this is what Lena looked like when she went missing at the age of 3. And this is what she could look like now at 6 years old. She was last seen on the playground of her apartment complex on Fredericksburg Road in December 2021. Last month, San Antonio police followed up on a tip. An inmate claimed Lena was buried in a field about half a mile away from where she was last seen. Investigators ultimately determined that tip was not credible. And since then, a family advocate tells us her parents continue to push for answers.
They believe someone knows something, and that they hope and pray that whoever that person is will have the courage to come forward and give them information about their daughter. They miss her, they love her, and most of all, they want to hold her again.
If you know anything about this case, give SAPD a call. Crime Stoppers is also offering a reward for credible information. New video in the search for Caleb Harris, the missing college student from New Braunfels. Harris disappeared nearly 4 weeks ago from his apartment in Corpus Christi, where he now lives and attends college. Doorbell video captured some of Caleb's last recorded moments before his disappearance on March 4th. In the video, Caleb can be seen in the parking lot of his apartment complex with one of his roommates and a friend, along with his dog. The 21-year-old disappeared just hours later after that. A GoFundMe to help the family with expenses as they continue their search has now raised over $59,000. We're also getting a look at new video and reaction from 2 San Antonio homeowners allegedly shot by the same car burglar. There you heard about 6 gunshots fired at a home on Briarwick Street the morning of February 26th. The homeowner tells us he went outside to see if his Amazon package was delivered when a suspected car burglar shot at him and narrowly missed. 24 hours later, another shooting. The second victim says he received a ring alert that someone was breaking into his fiance's car. When he went outside, he was shot in the abdomen, and now police say they have arrested the suspect.
Yeah, they have to realize it one way or another, how the gravity of the situation, and if it's like a maximum sentence, then so be it.
I hope they sentence him to the maximum they possibly can, because if he didn't care enough about my life, if he didn't care enough about the guy's life that he shot at before me, why should he be free on the street?
19-year-old John Salinas is jailed on several charges, including 2 counts of aggravated robbery. The Spurs are dedicating a game to a teenager shot in front of his mom on the west side. Xander Fernandez was shot in the head February 22nd. Police say he was in the car with his mom when a group of people blocked the gate to an apartment complex and then fired shots, hitting 15-year-old Xander in the head. He is still in the hospital. And now the Spurs have announced they will hold Xander Night in his honor on Friday, April 12th. Over the weekend, police arrested 20-year-old Zakar Polk in connection with the shooting. He's now facing charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Chick-fil-A is updating its chicken policy. The chain says it's being forced to do away with its no antibiotics ever promise. Instead, it will now use a looser industry standard, no antibiotics important to human medicine. Back in 2014, Chick-fil-A first pledged never to serve chicken that was fed antibiotics. But with the new changes, the company cited diminishing chicken supply as a reason. Antibiotic use in food production has come under intense scrutiny in recent years. Certain bacterial infections in humans have become increasingly harder to treat because of exposure to the drugs. Today, March 26, is Purple Day, a global effort to raise awareness about epilepsy. About 50 million people around the world suffer from the condition, but it can often go undiagnosed. Supporters are encouraged to wear purple today, which is the international color for epilepsy. And that is KENS 5 News Now. I'm Sarah Fergani.